Get out of bed and start the old sleepyhead. Hear what I say, let's have fun. It's time for Joya. No time to waste. It's on you. Sit in your place. Make room for me. Let's have fun. It's time for Joya. Hi, kids. Well, I want to tell you something, boys and girls. I am so very excited this morning. This is really the happiest day of my life. I have a guest with me, someone that is so fantastic, so marvelous, that actually to use adjectives to describe him would be an injustice. And so I'm just going to say to you, this is my very first boss, a gentleman that's near and dear to my heart, someone that I love madly, Mr. Duke Ellington. Can you believe that?
Good morning.
I tell you, I can't tell you how much it means to me to know that you got up this early to come and be on Time for Joya. Isn't that something?
8 o'clock in the morning, one never gets up. One only stays up.
I see. But I tell you, we just thought we would just take advantage of your presence and maybe talk about something that you don't usually talk about on television, and that is about you when you were little, like our boys and girls here and at home.
When I was little like that?
Yeah.
Joya, I was never little like that.
I can believe that. You know, I want to ask you, I want the boys and girls to think of questions to ask you, but I want to ask you one question that I've been anxious to know. And that is, when your mother told you to do something, were you the little boy that did everything his mother said? Now, this is Scout's honor. We got to tell the truth. This is Sunday morning.
Well, actually, Joya, I was so spoiled. My mother never asked me to do anything, you see. All she did was, my mother was... sort of raised me in the palm of her hand.
Oh, is that true?
And, well, I always say I'm not too precise about it, but I say that, well, she never let my feet touch the ground till I was 8 years old.
I see.
Is anyone here 8 years old yet? You're 8 years old.
That's
no wonder. No. Because it takes a while to get that pretty, you know.
Maybe you have a question for Duke, huh? How about a question about his childhood that you'd like to know, Ingrid? You have a question? Tell her. Ask us.
Did you have a lot of friends when you were little?
Did I do what?
Did you have a lot of friends when you were little?
Fun? Oh,
friends.
sure.
Friends.
Oh, yeah, I had a lot of friends. As a matter of fact, I was born in a big family. Not brothers and sisters, but cousins. You see, my mother had 18 brothers and sisters. My father had 14. So I don't know how many cousins I had. They were unlimited. And we used to chase around town from one house to the other, all the relatives on Sunday, and, because everybody in our family was a good cook.
Oh.
And they used to have cakes, ice cream, pie, and my cousin Sonny and I, we used to walk the full length of Washington, D.C.
And speaking of Washington, D.C., when you're a little boy like that, maybe you have a question, Daryl. I was going to ask him whether he got into any trouble sometimes, like not coming home when Mother tells him. I don't know why these obedience things get in my mind. Anybody else have a question for him? Daryl?
When he was little...
That's a good question, Daryl.
I thought of it, but then I said, no, I don't think I will.
Who else has a question for Duke?
When you was little, did you get good marks in school?
Get what?
Good marks in school.
Good marks in school. Well, I managed to make it up through high school, anyway, on time. I had a talent. I was a painter.
Yes, that's true, I know.
And I won a scholarship when I got to high school in painting. But I was drawn away from that because they found out that I could play the piano. And so naturally, when you play the piano, you become a potential Luther Henderson. All social activity revolves around you, more or less,
Well, speaking of Luther Henderson, we're always so very happy to have someone like him with us on the show, and he's delighted to see you this morning, too. I thought the boys and girls might be interested in a wonderful song about children, about a family, about a wonderful... the song you wrote from the show My People, Duke? That very special song called Heritage, about family life. Would you be kind enough to play that, and I'll struggle through with you?
Play it?
Yes, and I'm going to try to sing it. Now listen to the words of this song, boys and girls.
Well, this is a song that says the same thing that everybody says about their people.
About their family.
Everybody's song.
Just handsome, but so witty. My granddaddy, natural born proud. Grandma, so gentle, so fine. The men before them worked hard and sang loud about the beautiful women in this family of mine. Our homestead, the warmest hospitality. In me you see the least of the family tree personality. I was raised in the palm of the hand by the very best people in the land. From sun to sun, our hearts beat as one. My father and love. Beautiful lyrics. And Duke wrote the lyrics to that song also. And I want to say that that's a song that tells about a family that didn't have much materially, but they had the most important commodity that a family can have, and that is love.
Once upon a time, there was a girl who dreamed of a doll that had everything. And then came Dawn. The doll that comes with these beautiful things. Like a car with Dawn actually at the wheel. Just look at Dawn go. There's a music box with Dawn on top. And a fabulous Dawn fashion show. The only one in the world with a revolving stage like this. Dawn comes with it. Watch her walk and model all by herself. And start collecting all these accessories. A handbag. Elegant furniture with a phone that really works.
Hi, Dawn. What's happening?
Well, I've got my new convertible today. A beauty parlor set. You can display Dawn, her friends, her fabulous clothes, right in your own home. Make your dream come true with Dawn, the doll that has so many beautiful things.
I'm going to tell you a little story about a spunky little fella. Mr. Bubble was his name. He came out of the Dakotas, a toting bubble bath. Cleaning up towns was his game. In an old trail town, there was a gang of dirty guys they called the Bathtub Ring. Their boss was Dirty Bert.
I plaster kids with dirt.
He was having a real wild fling. Mr. Bubble called him out. Dirty Bert wheeled about and saw our hero swing. He got Bert roped and tied. He scrubbed Bert's dirty hide, and he cleaned up the bathtub ring. Partner, invite Mr. Bubble into your corral. And I'll tell you a funny thing. He'll put down all your dirt, and you'll have a lot of fun. And he'll clean up the bathtub ring. Take a bath with Mr. Bubble and give Dirty Bert a lot of trouble.
Batman's back every day at 4:30. Superman's here too, weekdays at 4. Join them both for airborne action on 11.
Boys and girls, we thought it might be very appropriate at this moment if we asked Duke to tell us one of his favorite children's stories? Any one you like, Duke. Any way you like.
A children's story. Well, now, let me see. A children's story. Well, no, when I was 12 years old, I read Sherlock Holmes.
Well, maybe go back a little before that, if you don't mind. Like, when you were...
What is very popular on television?
Like, in the days of the Three Bears and...
the Three Bears, yeah. I shall never forget the Three Bears.
Would you tell us the Three Bears?
Yeah, I shall never forget the Three Bears. It was early in the morning, and it was time to get up and go. And the baby bear says to Mama Bear, Mama, Papa Bear is not up. And so she turns to Papa Bear and says, Daddy Bear, baby, says, it's time to get up. And so Daddy Bear grumbled and he says, well, no, I'm not going to get up this morning because the minute I get out of here, I'm going to go downstairs and there I'm going to find my porridge is too hot. And then I'll take a walk. And then I'll take you with me, and I'll take the baby with me, and we'll go somewhere, and by the time we come back, someone here will have eaten our porridge. And so I'm going to stay here.
I've never heard the story told like that, did you? What about when the bear...
How does it start?
What's the first thing that happens? Tell us.
How does it start?
The three bears was in their porridge,
yeah.
And the daddy bear said, my porridge is too hot. And the mama bear said, my porridge is too hot too. And the baby bear said that his porridge was much too hot.
So what did they do about it?
So they went out, and they said by the time they come back, their porridge will be cool.
All right, good. Now, what else happened? Who knows what else happened? Tell me.
So then all of a sudden a girl came skipping along. And then...
What was her name? You remember her name?
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks, yeah.
So then she walked in the house, and then she walked and she saw the porridge, and she said, what good porridge it is. And then she tasted the Papa's, and she said it was too hot. Then she tasted the Mother's, she said it was too cold. Then she tasted the baby bear's porridge, and she said that was just right.
And then where did she go? Tell me.
Then she...
Well, I think we'll give someone else a chance. Tell me. You were going to tell us?
And then the girl, she sat on the father's chair, the baby.
The father's first.
Father's chair, and she said it was too high. And then she went on the mother's chair, and it was too low. And then she went on the baby's chair and cracked.
Right. And then where did she go next? Who remembers? Where? Tell me, Kristen.
And the girl came in and went up to the bedroom. The bedroom, and the Goldilocks jumped on the father's bed, and it was too hard. And then he jumped on the mother's bed, it was too hard. And then she jumped on the baby's bed, it wasn't too hard.
Now, is this getting familiar to you, Duke?
Yeah.
You recalling this? What happens now?
I remember, yeah. And that's when someone says, well, this is the reason it's too hot is because Edison had discovered electricity, and and so the electricity made the porridge too hot. And so somebody come along and said, well, what we need is a deep freeze, so this can be adjusted. And so then the Three Bears says, let's invent a deep freeze.
Now, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Is that what happened? That's not the way I know the story. The bears came back, and what did they do when they came back? Daryl, do you remember?
The daddy bear said, somebody's been eating my porridge.
Right.
And the mother bear said, somebody's been eating my porridge. And the baby bear said, somebody's been eating my porridge, and it's all gone.
Right, and then where did they go?
They went into the living room, and then the mother bear said, and the father bear said, someone's been sitting in my chair. And then the mother said, someone's been sitting in my chair. And then the baby cried, sat on the floor and said, somebody's been sitting in my chair and broke it.
That's right, and then they went into the bedroom. What happened?
And then the baby bear, the father bear looked at his bed, and he said, somebody's been sitting in my bed. And then the mother bear said, somebody been laying in my bed, too. And then the baby bear said, I found her.
And what do you think happened? Now, do you remember the story now?
Yeah, they found, and she was dressed in a white thing. She was a nurse. Is that right?
No.
What did they do? They invented the reclining chair.
No, she ran all the way.
Oh, I know it. That's when they decided that they would invent a one-room apartment so they wouldn't have to walk all over the house to find the porridge too hot, the broken chair, and the beds all broken.
Now, you see, I
know. The one-room apartment with a reclining chair was invented, and so that's the way it is, you know.
Now, I really believe that when he was born, he was 12 years old, right? That's what you told me, right? Never a kid, right? He doesn't know the story of the three bears. Well, now, did you take notes?
I've got it.
So that you'll be able to tell the story properly the next time, right?
Yeah.
Boys and girls, we must take a break. But we will be right back with more with Mr. Duke Ellington, so don't go away.
Jalopy Showdown, where two guys meet, no one tastes victory, the other defeat. There's a grinding smash as the two cars clash. Jalopy Showdown. If you hit him, he blows his top. But if he hits you, you clip your lid. Jalopy Showdown with steering wheel switches to control the crashes and two breakaway jalopies. Jalopy Showdown. It's ideal.
It's Patty Playful. Put your hand in, wiggle your fingers, and you can make her do so many things.
I can make her play patty cake, Daddy. Patty cake, patty cake.
Do you always suck your thumb, Patty Playful?
She has a teeth that she can play with, too.
Patty Playful. You put your hand in, wiggle your fingers, and you can make her do so many things. Patty Playful, she's ideal.
New tricks is here. Oh, boy. New tricks.
New tricks. I gotta have some.
See? New tricks is sweeter. Sweeter. It's got a new shape. New shape. And more fruit flavor.
More fruit flavor. Raspberry red, lemon yellow, orange. Whee!
Silly rabbit. New tricks are for kids.
And sometimes for sneaky rabbits.
A giant castle. With a giant. Let's go, Sue. Time for Cheerios, kids.
Get yourself go, get Cheerios. Energy oats that help you grow. Get yourself go, power with power. Come on strong with Cheerios. Cheerios. Get yourself go.
Get Cheerios.
A Pick Special Sunday.
No two people have ever been so in love. Been so in love forever.
Boys and girls, here we are with some new friends and some old friends. Of course, we all know Mr. Brumsic Brandon Jr.
Hi, kids.
And Duke, we're going to call upon you to exercise some more of your hidden talents. You know, Duke told a story, something he hasn't done in a long time. And now we're going to have you do, you see, you don't get a chance to do these things. You're always playing and creating and writing. But now you're going to do something different on Time For Joya.
What am I doing now?
We're going to ask you to exercise your talent in drawing and art. And maybe, is that a good idea?
That's my talent, yeah.
That is your talent. You have many talents.
But I've forsaken my talent for so long.
Well, we're going to brush up on it right now. And Miss Brumsic, tell them what you have in mind to do.
Well, since you were remembering your childhood a while back, I started remembering some of mine. And I'm a little bit hazy on it now. I used to love to go to the country. But now I've spent so much time in New York that I've almost forgotten what the country looks like. So I thought we could get the kids to help us draw a picture of the country. You know, with the hills and the trees and things like this.
Yeah.
So I thought if they would give us one suggestion, I would draw that one. And then with the next suggestion, you would add it to the picture, and pretty soon we'd have a nice picture of the country. Are you ready, boys and girls? Are you thinking about the country? Then how do we begin? You have to help us because it's been so long since we've been to the country, we don't remember. Lance. No, just tell me, and we'll draw it. We'll show you how Duke can play the piano and draw.
and farm there and...
All right, let's start with the farm.
All right, let's start. We'll put...
Land.
First of all, there's a lot of ground, right?
Yeah.
So we'll make it like this with some hills. Now that's my part.
Yeah?
That's the very hard part.
Now what goes
Now
on?
you have to think of something for Duke to put in there. And here's the marker.
What
Tell
do I
him.
put?
First we have to start with the farmer's head.
The what?
Well, this is the ground, though, and I think his head would be too small. Maybe we could make something a little bit larger than the farmer's head. How about a thing like the birds like to sit up in? What is that thing called? Michelle knows. Yeah, but where does he build a nest? Up in a what?
Tree.
Very good. There you are, Duke. Can you put a tree in for us?
Tree? Oh, my goodness. How do we judge as one go about this sort of thing, anyway? Oh, let's see. I have to get through. These are roots down here, you know?
Oh, yeah. You remember all the details.
Let's see, now there's a branch that comes out here like this. There's one goes up like that. And there's branches like there, like that. And then, of course, there's leaves around here, you know?
Hey, that's great, isn't it, kids?
I can't see.
You can't. Well, you'll see in just a minute.
Is this a willow tree?
Oh, yeah. They're kind of with the big things that hang down, the leaves hang down.
Mhm.
Great. I know they used to make switches out of them. I used to get spanked occasionally with some.
Oh, they did? Oh, spanking. Well, tell me about a spanking. What is a spanking?
It's a very unpleasant memory at this stage. I don't even like to think about it. What else should we put in this country scene, though, kids? Are you thinking?
Yes, thank you.
How about that? What?
Bird.
Some birds.
Yeah, that's your department.
Uh-oh, I'm the bird man.
These are roots, you know. The roots, all trees have to have roots. You know? Like, how's that? You know,
That's a great
that?
tree. I think that's very good.
You know, I'm kind of like that myself. I think I'll take it home with me.
We'll get you back on the drawing board.
Hey, a splendid suggestion. How about that? Look at that.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now for the birds. Any particular kind of bird? A little tiny bird. That's what I'm going to make. Well, here, I'll put some birds up here flying along. And maybe we could put a little bird. Oh, you remember those little birds that they have in the country? They don't call them birds, though. And they kind of walk around on the ground. I don't remember the names of them. No, they have 2 feet, and they walk along the ground. They have wings, and they do like this when they...
A woodpecker.
No, it's a bird. Anybody remember the name of that bird? Sometimes you eat them for dinner.
Woodpecker.
A woodpecker? Duck? Well, that's a good bird. Why don't we put in we'll put in a little duck. That's the name. I've forgotten that name.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, if we have a duck, kids, we'll have to have something else.
Water.
Uh-oh. You're the waterman, Duke. You'll have to
Water?
you'll have to give the duck some water.
Under here? There?
Yep, you'll give him a nice little pond.
Let's get a couple of bushes there. That's the reflection of the duck.
Hey, very good. Great. Now, what else, kids?
Flowers.
Flowers. Ah, yes. Now, that's my department. I can draw the flowers. I'll put the flowers in here. There we are. Now, here comes your department, Duke. What do we want the Duke to put in now? Christopher, you were raising your hand. And
A farm.
a farm. Well, the whole thing will kind of be a farm, won't it? What'd you come up with, Tracy?
People.
People. Uh-oh. Are you a people man, Duke?
People? I don't know. I'm not really a people man.
Well, maybe you could put somebody way in the distance back there.
Way in the distance.
Yeah, if we make a little hill back here, maybe we can put in...
Oh, let me see now. In the distance, it'll have to be kind of small, won't it?
Well, any way you'd like.
Well, oh, my goodness. I don't know. How does one go about this sort of thing, huh?
Hey, that looks like nice people.
September morning, somebody else. That's the lady about the... Well, she's got a baby carriage.
She's taking the baby out for a stroll to get some fresh air. Very good. Now, what Don't give me anything too hard now, kids. What should I add?
Oh, she's got a plow. I'm sorry.
She's plowing. Sun. Very good. I can draw the sun. I'll put a nice big sun up here like this. And it's shining on the little birds flying by. Hey, that's shaping up. I think we're going to have a very nice picture. What do we put? Oh, Duke, you got to be the cloud man.
The cloud. Oh, well, the cloud. This is jet swept cloud. See, a jet just went by and got this cloud all messed up.
It's a great cloud. Look at the cloud, kids.
Oh,
are you thinking of some more things? Very good.
Oh, yeah?
I think that's great. All right, what else? What else do we put in, Tracy? A cat or a dog? Why didn't you give that to the Duke to do? I'll put in a little cat. Well, if I put in a cat, he might run over and eat up the duck. I'll make it a dog, all right?
The dog will eat it.
No, the dog won't eat it. The dog likes the duck. They're friends because the farmer keeps them both very happy. And maybe I should have made that a Labrador Retriever, and he could get along with the duck very well.
Gentlemen, you're doing such a magnificent job. Could I put one little thing in the picture?
Please do.
I have a little talent, too, you know.
Of course.
La la la, da 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 da. It's a little flower that I've drawn for you boys and girls. Is that magnificent?
That is great, and no landscape would be complete
without a little flower.
No, indeed.
Oh, honestly, that's magnificent. You know, did the boys and girls do good? They were a lot of help, weren't they?
They were a good deal of help. I don't think I could have remembered all those things.
They were marvelous. You know what I'm going to do? For all of the boys and girls here, we have a lovely present for them, and I'm going to show it to you right now. And, of course, for our boys and girls, we have very special presents this morning. For our boys, we have the Johnny Lightning jet-powered hill climb. And, of course, we have, for our girls, Dawn's Beauty Parlor. And also for our boys, we have the Johnny Lightning Ricochet Raceway, which is a lovely gift. And for our ladies, too, we have Dawn and her music box. And, of course, you know, our toys are supplied by the Topper Corporation, who are the makers of the most exciting toys for children. We must take a break, but we'll be right back.
A karate expert, a strong man, a monster, and Davy Town of Merrick, Long Island. Who's best at wrestle around? Each player gets 3 marbles. They throw them in one at a time. The trick is to keep your color marbles from dropping into the hole. If you lose all 3 of your marbles, you're out of the game. Now it's between Davy and the karate expert. And Davy wins. Wrestle around. From Ideal.
Ideal supplies the space equipment you need to explore deep space. Official Star Team space equipment. Get your official Star Team space helmet and your official Star Team equipment belt. It comes complete with mission tools, including the amazing new scanner scope. You'll need your Star Team ionization nebulizer, too. Collect each piece of official Star Team space equipment for men who dare to challenge deep space.
Eldon's new Billy Blastoff. Now he walks. The jetpack on Billy's back powers his lunar crawler, runs the space mobile, drives the moon tractor, and makes Billy Blastoff walk. Eldon's Billy Blastoff Space Scout comes with 8 pieces.
There's 8 pieces.
Billy Blastoff. Now he walks. This is the Eldon Power Ride car. It comes with a battery and a recharger, so you can recharge it overnight, and then it'll go up to 7 hours. It has a deep dish steering wheel, plus simulated mag wheels, racing slicks, dual pipes, and a stick shift for forward and reverse. But the real fun of the Power Ride car is on the wide-open driveways. But then everybody knows that.
Boys and girls, now is the time for us to say goodbye to our very special guest, Duke. I just can't thank you enough for being with us this morning. And I want you to know that the boys and girls and I send you 4 very special kisses and want you to know that we love you madly.
Ah, je vous aime à la folie.
I guess that's good, huh?
That's French.
And you know, we have another little surprise for you. Look what Brumsic did of you while you were not looking.
Oh, yeah, he
For
made
your
me
very
handsome.
own. He made you not nearly as handsome as you really are.
My friend,
Brumsic. That's
Oh, Brandon, beautiful. Thanks to me.
And now...
Brumsic Brandon and I had the same drawing teacher in high school.
I know, I heard that. Mr. Dodson. And you know, we're going to ask you to do one more favor. We're going to sing goodbye to the boys and girls at home, and so sit with us, will you?
Oh, man.
Goodbye. See you next Sunday. Bye, Luther. Goodbye. It's sure been a fun day. Bye, Mr. Beebe. Goodbye. See you next Sunday. Now we must say goodbye. And remember, boys and girls, there's nothing I like better than spending my time with you.